Doing a division prediction video. I'm just doing the AFC East. I want to go into depth later on about the NFC East in another video, but I want to talk some other things other than this quick division picks. Talk a little Cowboys, some latest updates and all that. This one's gonna be really fast. I got the Jets finishing last. Looks like they're gonna be having the number one overall pick this year. I just don't see anything impressive about them. They don't. I mean, Josh McCown, he can be a spot quarterback. Hackenberg, I don't know. Bryce Petty, I had a little. I thought I had a little hope for him in his potential, but doesn't look like it's happening. Or maybe it's just the team. Maybe he needs to get away from that team. They're making trades. I mean, they're shopping around Forte. They already traded Richardson, so I think they're gonna just keep a young core and then scrap everything out. Next is the Buffalo Bills. Tyrod Taylor. I thought he was gonna be pushing to be their franchise quarterback, but looks like he's backing up. Regressing a little bit. They're making a lot of trades. I don't know if they maybe want to scrap things away, but it looks like they're getting rid of a lot of players. The biggest surprise though was the Sammy Watkins one. I mean, I don't know if they got tired of the injuries or what, and they said, you know what, we might as well get some value for him now and all that. But seems like that's the thing with them too. Next is the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins is a little bit more interesting. I don't know if they can get a wild card, but they look very interesting. The biggest, I mean, people be laughing because probably won't agree, but that's because the quarterback, Jay Cutler. I mean, I had my fair share of jokes with it, but I did remember that he did have one of his when the coach was at the Bears, he had one of his most efficient seasons. So if they can redo that or bring that back, then it should have some potential. I mean, like him or not, I mean, his decision making is horrible, but his arm talent is great. He just gotta phone that. Gotta be just a better decision maker. LaRon Landry, one of the better receivers in the league. I know because the team is not doing that well. Plus, he's in a different kind of market. That, I mean, he's in a recognized franchise, but I think because the team is not winning, and then plus two, his college teammate, and Odell Beckham is playing in New York, so he's gonna get a lot more attention, and deservedly so. He has the highlights to have that, and the stats to back it up too. But again, the market just gives him a lot more attention than LaRon Landry. I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying that he just gets some more of attention. But their offensive line, the offensive line is really solid. Asiata, Pouncey, Jeremy Tunsil. That's a very solid offensive line, and with that running back Ajayi, which I liked out of college, but talking about his knee was very alarming, to say the least. Scared off a lot of teams for majority of the draft. But anyway, he's balling out. Good for him. Defensively, they took my picks. They took Harris, damn it. And they took Tankersley. I really like Tankersley, but Tankersley one I'm willing to let go if Cheeto and Lewis really comes up and all that. But Tankersley, I had him on my radar as well. They got McMillan too, a great linebacker, and then also they got that guy from that one wide receiver. They got him, and pretty good wide receiver too. So if he can develop into something, he can be used as a good weapon. Finally, surprise, surprise, New England Patriots. They're gonna win this division. You know, the saddest thing is the Julian Edelman thing. But they got Cooks from New Orleans. You know, they're not. I mean, they're gonna miss Edelman. You know, but at the same time too, they move forward. But you know, just real quick on the Edelman thing. When you get rivalry teams and all that, you really hate the team and all that. But when it happens, you know, in bad injury like that, especially a non-contact injury, you know, you cannot help but feel sorry for the guy and all that. So, and you know, I got the Patriots. Like I said, I got the Patriots having the home field advantage. So pretty much that's it already for the division. Cowboys news. We made a trade with the Packers with the Elliott, the kid Elliott, Jarian Elliott, and we picked up another kid, Price, from the Packers. So we double dipped on the Packers. Both guys, from what I've been hearing, is that the Packers was really high on. So we might have. I mean, hopefully we stole something from them. You know, with that. Elliott, I saw some clips on him. He has some pass rush moves. I think he's there to not only be there for the suspensions, but also to challenge. I think Mayo. I think they're gonna give Tapper all the and I still believe in Tapper, but that's why I said Mayo. But not just because Mayo has been it's not like he's been that disappointing. It's just more that knee has been going up and down on him. So that could be a thing. The kid Price though. He's a big guy, so I think he's that type of where he's gonna just take up space and have our linebackers still roam free, keep the blockers off them, and let them roam free to the football. I wasn't shocked, but I was a little bit surprised just because of the contract with the release of Thornton, and then we did release. And Zacha too. And Zacha I really liked. This when I think everything changed when he strained his Achilles. I think he regressed and everything like that. I wasn't surprised when they put the IR to return for Rico, because they can do it in a lot of ways. They have the what you call. They have the damn it. They have the suspensions coming back, the Zeke thing in the air, plus the one that nobody likes, that you're hearing that they agreed to principle with Kellen Moore. Nobody wanted him back. I moved on, but if they wanted to bring him back as an insurance policy, whatever, But the Ezekiel Elliott thing I think that was probably the biggest one. That happens later on today with the stupid NFL changing rules again. This happened, oh, let's change this. Oh, this happened, oh, let's change that, So, as far as the practice squad goes, I was really happy that we got Neil, because I was a little bit pissed off that we lost Neil, and I was like, we came that close to losing him. Hopefully he can develop, be a guy, a rotational guy, because Stephen Paya is more than anything a bridge player. Good bridge player, but a bridge player nonetheless. I'm glad that we kept all the linemen that we did, Thieker, Skipper, and Edwards. Mainly because, as they've developed and all that, we can throw our resources other ways. I mean, I'm not saying that we can look for an upgrade and all that, but if these guys can be solid depth guys, then we can throw our resources in other areas. Lenore looks like he was a Will McClay kind of like favor, like, hey, bring him back. I mean, well, I take that back. In that Rams game, he kind of looked sketchy, and we kind of looked like we wanted to get rid of him, and then all of a sudden, he improved, he progressed, and he developed, and he had a good rapport with Cooper Rush. Same thing with Brian Brown. Oh yeah, we also made the trade for that other linebacker. Cornerback. Sorry, I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name. I've been trying. I just can't. Bernard Fabercy. But he looks like he has some good flexibility and can play inside and outside, and more Rob Marinelli style of the zone scheme that he likes to run. Pretty much that's it. All right, I'm gonna do another video later on, not today, but probably tomorrow afternoon or something, and make my picks for the week. All right, all for watching. All the boys, go Cowboys.